What's up everybody? Welcome to Create a Massive. My name's Kato and today we're going to be doing a freestyle graffiti session. It's going to be me sketching a whole bunch of different letters and talking about my thought process behind building these letters. If that sounds like something you're into, stay tuned because that's happening right now! Create a Massive. Alright guys, I'm going to jump right in and start sketching a few letters. I'll be doing things with bits like this, like if you've seen some of my other videos, you'll notice how I use bits to build letters. Sometimes, I do all sorts of stuff, but it is a good way to lay out your shapes and get the feel for the letter going. Right here I've just done an S. It's a bit easier than doing an S in a full single stroke. That can be quite difficult to capture a nice decent motion. You want to make sure that you have a nice thick to thin kind of thing going on. Otherwise your letter can look a little bit flat and two-dimensional, which can work if that's what you want, but it doesn't always work, doesn't provide you with the nicest looking letters. So let's do another S again. Even just doing it from a tag, if you can do an S nicely in the tag, just throw that down. It is quite difficult to just do it all in one nice beautiful little stroke, but you see there how it's gone from thick to thin, then back to thick. Nice motion, just doing some stuff. It's a bit more interesting in my opinion. Let's have a look at the letter M. So again, we're going to have some little bits. Two strong pieces on either side, and then you basically have your little bit in the middle where you that's where you can get a lot of attitude in that middle piece, but it kind of works well when it's a bit more wispy and not as, it's kind of like like when you have a K, you have the little bit in between, this little bit here. That is kind of like the M, this bit. Same on a W, same on a, if you're doing an E like that, that's going to be, it's the same, that little center bit here. It's the weaker part of the letter, but you complement it with some thicker bits on the outside. So let's just show you again a simple thing. Here's, big block. Let's do another even bigger block over here. This is rubbish, but that is the worst M anybody's ever done. Let's keep it a bit more flowy. That was just begging to be removed from YouTube. Keeping it nice and loose and sketchy is a fun way to do it. Just getting, in that way all of your lines and stuff have a bit more energy in them. They're not so stiff and lifeless, which when you try too hard and you're holding the pencil too tight and you're spending too many hours just giving yourself sore fingertips from stressing out over holding a pencil, it can be hard to lay down things that are nice and flowy. So experiment with just doing nice light lines, and keeping it a bit fresh. Let's try some thin to thick kind of thing going on here with the M. Give it a little bit of edges, this one I might throw out heaps more. Not like that. So, just cutting things up, sometimes just going right through the middle and slicing it off and just trying to make some different shapes. So really it's just kind of like a V shape in the middle here that you're dealing with the M, you know. You got two pieces and then you got to do an interesting kind of V in the middle of it. Let's do another one. I'll show you with the E. So E, really similar to an M, you have the two, this is a capital E, you have the two pieces like that, and then you have basically a V in the middle, a V-esque shape. So from this, you know, you can, don't really like that one, let's do it again. Do a little piece like that, giving it an edge pointing down, which is going to kind of lock the letter together a bit better. Lock the letter together a bit better. Don't accidentally rap tutorial in the middle there. And I'm going to actually bring it up a bit more. And yeah, keep it sketchy if you want. Like, I mean, doesn't have to be perfect. You just really enjoy yourself. So, you know, it doesn't really look like an M anymore because I've just bent it out of shape just with that bit, but it makes the E look a little bit better. Yeah, you know, and another similar letter is, you know, W. Same, just like an M. You've got to look for the similarities between letters so that you can, you know, if you understand one letter, you'll start to understand another letter a lot better if you just kind of apply some things to it. You know, like, you know, the letter V, we were just doing those shapes in the what am I trying to say? In the M. You're doing it in the M. So then, you know, you can, all of a sudden you can do a V shape. What other things have we got? Let's have a look. Like R's, B's, K's, all of those have this, you know, there's a K, there's an R, there's a B. You know what I mean? They're all pretty much the same thing. So if you're good at one, you're good at all of them. There's little subtle differences to each one, but once you understand that basic framework that letter is built on, you will be able to excel a lot quicker because you're seeing the similarities. You're realizing that they're a lot more similar than you initially may have believed. But S's are tricky. S took ages to get. Like my S's sucked for ages. S is for sucky, shitty S's. And then, you know, you just do like a billion of them and then you get better. So that's the whole thing. You want to enjoy the hell out of what you're doing. Otherwise, you're just going to get frustrated and you're going to end up with sore fingertips and paper with big bloody channels dug in it because you're like, I'm fucking stressing out, fuck. So just chill out, enjoy that shit. Life is short. Just get down, do some graffiti, enjoy it. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you have any questions or anything you'd like to say, just drop it in the comments section down below. If you really like what I'm doing here, give us a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate that. Now, if you guys want to check out some more of my content, check out these little fellas over here. There's a few more videos you can link to. And if you want to stay up to date with all of my videos that I'm doing without having to think about it, there's a subscribe button there. Just give that bad boy a little whack. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you next time on Creator Massive.